What's up, everybody? Brett here. We're back today playing some more of our early access Imrik campaign. That last episode left me drained as well. So many close calls. Sadly, we lost our sun dragon, our OG baby sun dragon. But we've got another dragon to pick up today. We've got a dragon encounter here, and we're gonna do that in the next turn. I think for sure. Yeah, we're gonna do it. We're looking for Snickecheer to take Pig Barter. Just a quick recap, guys, for those of you who may not remember. We are recruiting up a stack here. We're going to get it at least strong enough to help hold the walls here at Ashridge. And when the time comes, once we get this dragon, once we finish off the Skaven and our back lines and secure this area, we are going to move down into the Dragon Isles here. I want to take Dreadrock, Dragonfang Mount. I want to see what the strategic location is and get the Dark Elves from out of our back line as well. And then, you know, from there we can move on and finally start taking the fight to the orcs. Get rid of Grom the Paunch, if that is even a thing. Okay. Aside from this, in the last episode we secured a nice foothold on Ulthuan. We have Caledor. That's a great region. And we also have Tiranoc, another great region. Unfortunately, they took the Eagle Gate from us and the Griffin Gate. Lothern did. Damn, Alistair the White Lion. Such a badass. Yeah, he took that from us. And all of these locations in here that I was looking to perhaps take, we're not going to get them. Morathi still has a strong presence here. She holds this Unicorn Gate. I don't want to mess with that. An 18-unit gate is pretty heavily upgraded. And she has a bunch of Avalorn's lands. If she had all of Avalorn's lands, I'd probably send my stack over here to try and take them. But this is the real prize right here. And Avalorn still holds it. So, what I think I'm going to do instead is we are going to thin down this stack here. I think it just has plain old too many units.
Magic in purest form.
And it's costing us too much upkeep per turn. Let's actually definitely get rid of the lowest rank guys. I want to have enough to challenge any rebellion, and if I send this stack somewhere and put them in the walls, I want to know that I can hold against like another 20 stack from Morathi coming from this coast. I thought about sending her down here because if you look, Hexoatl has been crushed. We could come in here and basically take all this from everyone. Port Reaver is probably not being very well defended either. It was just a thought. I do not want to lose the lands that I've worked so hard to take, so I'm just gonna sit here for now. And yeah, we're gonna roll it, guys. I don't think there's anything else I really need to do. Let's be conservative with our cash a little bit. And let's go to the next turn. Before I started recording, I made a couple, like, military... No, I didn't make any military alliances. I made some, military access with some of the High Elves. They didn't give me any money. See if you'll give me a little... No, I didn't mean to click that. Okay, well... I did not mean to re-add the defensive. Okay. That's alright. I don't mind terribly having a defensive alliance with someone. I definitely don't want a military alliance. I don't want to get dragged into wars. And Eltharion, that kind of makes sense. I mean, he should be our bro. For this DLC anyway. Maybe not in the lore. Alright, cool. So we have a plan now. We lost Pig Barter. We always knew that was going to happen. Our upkeep for the units that we have the most of, Spearmen, Rangers, and Archer units, has gone down. And the recruitment cost thanks to that technology. What do we get next? Probably armor for them. And upkeep reduction for Loath and Seaguard. Yeah, armor's a big deal. Plus 10 armor for every Spearman. That also includes the Spearmen that are in our garrisons. So Morathi has a scary stack. If she starts messing with Krace, they could be in trouble. I'm very curious what she's going to do. But she's not going to take Tor Anrock from me, that's for sure.
You must restore order.
Do what upgrades need to be upgraded. Okay, I think Ulthuan's good for this turn. We don't need to mess with them too much more. Here, however,
do not tarry.
We're going to go to Ash Ridge Mountains. We recruited 2 War Lions. I'm pretty stoked about that. I want to make this stack much bigger. I just don't think we can afford it now. There's going to be a point where we go positive again. It's just not yet.
We descend into anarchy.
This turn, though, we're going to kill this little rebellion that's decided to attack us.
I step back. Kill.
Nice.
I cannot. Caledor could use a little gold.
We could use a little gold. Alright, and we gain Superior Attacker, so a permanent 4 melee attack for him. Leadership Aura Size, it's all good stuff. And we gained Abductor, income from post-battle loot plus 5%, very cool.
Master of Drakes.
Everything that gives us money is absolutely needed. Let's see, what were we doing with her? Cleansing Corruption is nice. Oh, Immortality, finally! It says, who wants to live forever? As it turns out, most beings wouldn't say no. Gotta love the Highlander reference. When I was a kid, man, Highlander was like the coolest thing. The idea of actually just living forever. Okay. Alright. Ingmir here has some options. Knowledge of High Elf Affairs, which will give us a small bonus to our diplomatic relations with them. But if you end up with 3 or 4 nobles, which is not uncommon, you can really boost your diplomatic relations with the High Elves to the point where it makes it so much easier to confederate them. Income from trade plus 3%. Income from entertainment buildings. Sure. This will help us to have diplomatic relations with the Empire and stuff, and Bretonnia and all the humans, but we don't even see any of those right now. And then this is for the Lizardmen, who are probably better allies to us than everyone else. I think we're going to go with Knowledge of High Elf Affairs. It says this one is well versed in the various court intrigues of the Aesir, which is something of an advantage in matters of diplomacy. Let's take that. Okay. Flayed Rock is now secured, and I think if we... Oh man, we're so close. We're going to do it next turn. Next turn, it's ours. I don't think there's anything else for us to do this turn. I want to get rid of this growth building and put something else here. Probably just money. We could go for like a level 3 promenade, which also gives us some money. But that's a lot of... It costs so much money to do it. It's a huge investment. But it would kind of permanently stabilize our public order. I also want to unlock... Yeah, I think we'll do that. I've been wanting to unlock trade advancements. It's a technology tree. If we go to our technology, it unlocks here. And there's lots of good stuff in here as well. You have to have the right buildings to unlock it. I mean, more upkeep reduction for dragons. Wouldn't say no to that. I don't know how many of these we have or will have. I like marble stockpiles for sure, but you need the sculptor's workshop. It'll be nice to get that. We're not done growing here, but we're pretty close. Once this upgrades to level 4, we'll have 2 more building slots. It's kind of what I'm saving all my money up for.
Scholar Supreme.
And we're done. We're hoping he stays in his hole for a little while and recuperates. Now, everybody's going to want a defensive alliance with us. How about you just give me some money? That's a neat little trick. If someone comes to you for a defensive alliance and you haven't asked money from them for a long time, they'll almost certainly just give it to you. And it's almost like a clue, so you don't have to go every turn and beg for money, which is pretty damn useful sometimes if you got the patience for that. Whenever I play my dwarf campaign, I always pretend like I'm like a miserly dwarf trying to collect my taxes. And you'd be surprised. I did one campaign where like I didn't ask for almost any gold except when I kind of like felt like I should. And then I did one campaign where I asked for gold every single turn from everyone. And I probably collected in the first maybe 50 turns like 10,000 more gold than I did otherwise. Which is, I mean, that's obviously, it's not an insignificant amount. That's a ton of gold. Let's go for Weapon Master here. Okay, you're headed
Magic. Be prepared,
here.
Asur. Toward power.
Let's go ahead and scope out these lands. Pretty sure there's nothing here. We could go and take that back and try and like retake all of this. But we would need a real full stack from her to be able to do that.
Shaper of Fates.
This is a defensive stack. It's just there to augment the strength of a garrison. We'll upgrade that for public order.
Greatest of the dragon princes.
Okay. Let's do it, guys. Let's collect our next dragon.
I should not rouse its ire.
It's Lamoureux. That's a very, I'm from South Louisiana. This is a very South Louisiana name. I love it. We got to get the Louisiana dragon for sure. To most elves, most mortal men are unremarkable in their appearance. But when a Norscan marauder is spotted near the camp, it does not go unnoticed. As you approach the bearded burly man, you can clearly see he is weather-beaten from many battles. Unsurprising for his ilk. But strangely, his tattoos bear the imagery of dragons, a far cry from the chaos etchings typically scarred into the skin of most of these primitive, misguided men. The marauder grunts in a barely understandable primitive tongue that he is the herald of Lamoureux, a legendary moon dragon of great power, known to dwell with monsters of the cold, frozen north. Such a powerful dragon is worth reaching out to, but what message would you have the herald send back to its dragon master?
The dragon prince rises.
So for 10 turns, we would get physical resistance 15% for all units of all armies, and vigor loss reduction of 50%. These buffs are insane. The gift of but a single drop of Lamoureux's potent blood grants otherworldly durability and immense stamina to all.
I offer tribute willingly.
70 influence is a lot.
Let sleeping dragons lie.
And then whatever like special benefit the dragon gives us. Remember the last dragon gave...
Dragons know.
Yeah, we're going to fight him.
Know.
We're going to challenge the dragon. The last one gave armor and stuff. So this one gives Essence of the Eclipse. Just as it empowered Lamoureux, the hidden light of the natural moon heightens Imrik's martial prowess. 20% weapon strength. Oh my god. And 12 melee attack. That is huge. And then a new weapon, the Moon Touch Spear. The powerful touch of the Moon Dragon Lamoureux has enchanted the spear, enabling it to overcome even the most hot-blooded enemies. 50 armor-piercing weapon damage, frostbite attacks, and a bound wind blast. And we get the dragon. Jesus. Yeah, let's go. Let's do it. Frostworm, Frostheart Phoenix, a Norscan Giant, some Skin Wolves, Femir Warriors, Norscan Ice Trolls. Is that dragon bigger than mine? Damn, that's a big dragon. And then a bunch of War Mammoths. Wild. Let's quick save this bad boy. I think we can do this, though. We've got plenty of anti-large. Lots of powerful range. And then Imrik himself...
Let us wake the dragons.
Should be able to 1v1 this guy. He's unbreakable, 20% physical resistance, 70% missile resistance. We shouldn't try to shoot him. Chilling aura to slow speed around himself. And then a frost breath. Okay.
No contest at all.
Let's do it, guys. See what map they give us. Through its herald, you have issued a challenge of battle to Lamoureux the Frozen Breath. The ancient moon dragon and its attendants shall fight without mercy to test our strength. Oh, this is going to be a good map for us. See this little area right here? Oh, yeah. We're going to make like a choke point. We've got spears. We could rush this high ground here. But they're fast. I don't think we'd make it. We need to start in our deployment zone. We're going to hold this, like, region right here. Let's go for... Our noble's still on foot, I think. Check it out. Okay. I don't know if they're going to come from behind us. I don't see the war mammoths anywhere over here. They're reinforcement, so we need to think about where they might come from. But this isn't like... This is a pretty open area, despite what it looks like. So we'll kind of hem them into here, and then we'll like make like a flank as needed over there. Let's get our dragon princes. They'll be kind of like our backline sweeper unit. Since we only have 2 of them, I can't be crazy. We're going to need our archers to do some big damage. We're going to want them to kind of deploy here-ish. And we'll just move our spearmen up. Let's actually deploy them a bit wider than that. Okay. Our dragons are going to have to probably 2v1. We've also got a frost worm to contend with. I'd like to not let them use too much breath attacks on our stacks, if we can help it. She's going to hang out here. This is her little like magic casting pedestal. And we're going to try not to let anyone get to her. But I think that's it. This battlefield definitely favors us. Alright guys, let's get to it. Let's do that. Get you guys here.
Understood. Orders received.
Make sure we clear a path for ourselves.
Caledor's chosen.
And let's go dumpster that dragon there. We also have our own fireball.
Prince Imrik.
There we go. Get him. Hell yeah. Crush those ice trolls.
It will be done. Acknowledged. As you say.
We're going to dumpster the dragon next.
For duty.
We're going to wrap around with them.
For Asurion. Can I be praised?
And the dragon princes are coming here.
Shadow warriors. It shall be done.
Very good. Take him down. Alright, get that going. Come here and attack.
As you say, for Asurion. Dragon princes.
Use these dragon princes to pin them.
You're in there. By your command. Orders received. Archers.
Oh god. Get in there, you guys. He's got super missile resistance. We need to kill this worm way quicker. Imrik, I need you up in the air, buddy. And I need you all attacking these guys. Keep them away from me. We're routing them off the battlefield. Mammoths have appeared. I need you to go. Yeah, we need this duel. Let's go help here with the Phoenix. Okay, can't do anything now. Send our noble to go duel some mammoths, I guess. They're behind us. There were 4 of them. Okay, there's 2 more coming from that direction. You guys can come here. Yeah, let's help there. How are we doing against the big boy? We're doing okay. He sure is moving around a lot. Shadow warriors need to pull out. Oh man. Okay. Let's go take care of the Phoenix.
It will be done. March.
Come on, guys. This lip, you can't actually really stand here, which is kind of annoying.
Scython, hear me.
Orders received. Attack. Prince Imrik.
We'll drop some of that on him.
Wielder of the winds. Efua, bend to my will.
Let's cast some fireballs on him.
Menlui, Araya, Menlui.
Okay, he dodged one of them.
Mage.
Northern Sea Guard. Dragon Princes.
Come on, Dragon Princes.
White Lion.
I need you guys back in the front lines.
For the king. Orders received.
There's the fireball. Those dogs are actually considered large.
Orders received.
Very well.
Asa, move. Lakoi.
Man, we've got to get these things out of my back line, though.
Shadow Warriors.
And down he goes. That should freak out these mammoths. I'm going to stay in the air and heal myself.
The enemy are driven off, my lord. Their plans are thwarted. Victory!
Very good. And that's another dragon for us and another sick bonus for Imrik. 20% weapon strength. I can't even believe that. His melee attack is already enormous. He's just going to be at like a natural 100 now. That was a cool quest battle. The map there really favors us. I wish we had this type of army composition when we were fighting that first dragon. That first dragon might have the hardest army. Like those constructs and all those phoenixes. The thing is, all those phoenixes that you attack, they just have, I mean, they have rebirth. You're just sinking so much DPS into them. I mean, it makes sense. You're not really meant to be able to take those stacks on super early. I'm happy that we had the success with Brewer that we did.
Could use a little gold.
Yeah, we're going to take the money. That's a whole turn's worth for us. We get another food taster. And done. 716 weapon strength. Unbelievable. And now we have that physical resistance to help us out too. And the Moon Touch Spear, which we need to decide who to give that to. That's an amazing weapon.
Dragon Prince.
And we need to get down here and finish off the Skaven. Yeah, that weapon, I mean, that weapon is pretty godly. Let's go for Ashen Fields. It gives him another 10% weapon strength. Weakness to fire damage, minus 20% for all units, local enemy armies. And once this army's just full of fire damage, which it will be if we can get into the super late game, they're going to be pretty brutal to fight against. The Great Eagle is what I would like to get. So now our noble can fly around with Imrik if we need him to. Act as kind of a pseudo bodyguard unit. And with his two weapons, he's got the Tormentor Sword plus the Divine Dragon Scale. No enemy's going to be able to get away from Imrik and Ingmir. It's a beautiful combo. And now we have access to Lamoureux, the Frozen Breath. I'm going to wait a turn to recruit him. We don't need to do it this turn. He's got pretty high upkeep. So let's just wait. He's not going anywhere. And yeah. Do we have anything else going on?
High Elven Archmage.
Marathi came here. She might be trying to go through her gate to get into these lands. I'm not moving though. How's Caledor? Caledor's public orders okay. We've still got the Invocation of Assyrian going. I don't need that. I want to use this, but I also want to get as good of a relation with the High Elves as I can.
Scholar Supreme.
So it looks like for now we're just chilling out. Did we not make a trade agreement? No, we don't have any. We don't have a trade agreement yet. Alright guys, let's roll it. And we've got all that influence to mess with too now. to see what we can make happen with that.
I was born to commune with dragons, not lesser beings.
I'm not interested in that, sir. He's interested in a confederation, which would totally sink my public order, give me tons of problems all over the place. We need several turns of stabilization. Teotihuacan has performed the Rite of Awakening. I always thought it was interesting that they tell me that. All it basically means is that now they can recruit Slann mages. I guess that's a big deal, but the Slann mages aren't like that powerful, you know? They're not gods. It's not like the Sword of Cain when I need to know when someone pulls that bad boy. Let's fully upgrade our Flaming Sword of Ruin. We made good use out of it in that last battle.
Of the dragon princes. As you were,
Let's move normally.
this is my destiny.
And once we take this, he is dead.
No, need my warp token stash.
Shattered Cove, let's hook them up.
Loyalty is all.
Yeah, no reason for me to get super close. Alright, this is where all our money goes down the hole. If we should so choose. So I would love to get the Dragon's Lair. Unfortunately, it doesn't really... I mean, it gives me dragons, right? Let's not get that twisted. It does give me dragons. The ultimate goal being star dragons, if I just want to make a full stack of that. But it's a 6,000 gold investment that takes 4 turns, that then lets us, you know, take a bunch of turns to recruit dragons that we really can't even afford. And I don't even want to buy a bunch of moon dragons when I want to save my money to get star dragons. So it's a huge long-term investment that doesn't pay off. What I'm looking at, honestly, right now is getting the Grand Repository so that I can have Sword Masters and Lore Masters. That's good for me. Plus, it gives a mage to my garrison, and it also increases, I mean, research rate. It's got tons of stuff for us. And there's also, we could get our own Handmaiden's Gallery here, so we can get the Sisters of Avalor without having to pay the massive prices. And they are kind of what I want. I would dismiss every ranged unit in this army right now and get 5 Sisters of Avalor. Or 4 of them probably, and save a space for... Let's see, when do you get those? The Everqueen's Court Guards? Yeah, I would want them in this army as well. And the Fireborn, and the Omen of Assyrian. I want to leave room for all of these units. The super elite of the elite. Okay.
Mere vermin, barely worth slaughter.
I want to build something. I don't want to waste all these, like, potential turns. I'm pretty settled on this. If I get this here, that basically leaves me with 3 building slots. It's definitely good to plan this out, y'all. So, I build, let's say I guarantee I build the Handmaiden's Gallery. So now I've got 3 building slots. And I think what I do with them is definitely Shrine of Assyrian and Dragon's Lair. And then for the last slot, I can either go for chariots, just to have access to the lion chariots, which I think is pretty damn cool. Or I could go for the Elven Gardens. That's kind of the 2 best options. You could also go for the amphitheater if you want. It's a long investment that we don't really need. That's kind of what I'm looking at right now. Are we still under the benefit of... Let's see, how can I tell that? The Invocation of Assyrian, I think, wore off. So our construction cost isn't cheap anymore, I don't think.
We are bound for glory.
Yeah, I want to get the Grand Repository as well, but I just don't think we can afford it.
High Elven Archmage.
Wow, the dwarves are sweeping through. I don't want them to come and take these from me, though.
Limitless talent.
Come here and see what's going on. We can always, like, search that and fail at one of those goofy lizardmen
The oath.
tests that I don't have memorized. Alright, best thing that can happen, we don't want these dudes to go anywhere. If I can get 2 fights out of them, that would be great. That's a good bit of experience for us. And money. Ooh, Confederation. Okay. They assaulted my garrison. Imminent rebellion up here. We can go deal with that. Oh wow, gifted musicians. This is awesome. A conclave of your generals has struck upon the notion of pressing popular musicians into military service. This has come as a shock to the performers in question, but has proved an instant hit with the troops, and they're marching harder than ever before. Army movement range has increased. Yeah, 50% is quite a lot. It's only for 3 turns, but it'll help me get back here to try and defend this.
Prince of Caledor.
Okay.
Summary execution. Absolutely not. I decree death. Inconceivable.
Okay, that's interesting. Neither one of them was in the actual city. Is it telling me I cannot reach them? Okay, we're gonna lightning strike here. And then we're gonna auto-resolve. I've had enough of fighting these guys.
Too foolhardy. Let us wake.
It killed off 2 of my units in the auto-resolve. Are you serious? And one of them being my Regiment of Renown. I'm not terribly upset. I probably would have disbanded them anyway.
Their finery belongs to Caledor.
We're gonna occupy.
Strikes beyond compare.
Yeah, I'm not super upset about that. It's gonna put that Regiment of Renown back in the recruitment pool for someone else to use. And believe me, I want someone to use all of these cool units. The gray is, I mean, these dudes are amazing. If we can pin them here, we can take a look at them. They have Loic Shroud. They have Stalk and Unspottable, which means they can, I'm pretty sure they can shoot while being invisible, which I don't think regular Shadow Warriors can actually do. Once Shadow Warriors start shooting, you can see them. Once these guys start shooting, you still have to get close enough to them to get them. They have Snipe. Yeah, this unit remains hidden while firing. So that's kind of their big deal. They also, I think that's just from other stuff. From our Lamoureux Shroud. I don't think they normally have, no. They don't normally have physical resistance. And they're just a great unit all the way around. Let's bring Lamoureux in. Upgrade Pig Barter. Definitely want to get that at some point. For now, we're just going to get walls. And just like that, y'all, our money is tight. We did level up Imrik, cool. What do we want now? I actually don't hate getting him some extra missile resistance. He's taken so much missile damage. And I also don't hate, let's see, this physical resistance for Dragon Princes and Dragon units. Which, let's look at Imrik himself. He's currently got 15% physical resistance. Does this count for him? And it's bigger loss reduction. Does this count for him? It doesn't. But Bruwar has 45, well, I mean, we have to take into account the 15% there. So 30%, and then a natural 10% for Lamoureux. Still cool. Lamoureux has an encouragement aura. That's different. I can appreciate that. That's cool. So when he's fighting, you can just send him with some other dragons and he'll kind of like buff their leadership. Very good. And then you, my friend. Let's get you Foe Seeker for now. Foe Seeker on a Great Eagle is amazing. They're already at 110 speed. With Foe Seeker pop, they just basically become like rocket ships.
Wrath of the heavens.
Alright, these things I do not have memorized. Let's search the ruins. For me, it's just a blind guess. I can sit here for a minute and bore you guys to death while I try and, like, see which one it is. But honestly, I don't remember. Failed.
I am their end.
As expected.
Hoeth's disciple.
Worth a shot, though. Let's come back over here. The Griffin Gate has fallen. Let's move 51%, see if I can get close enough. And then go into ambush stance. Man, I need to get these upgraded so I can make more money. We own this entire area now. We can go for growth. We're going to be attacked by these two armies next turn. They don't own anything, so they have to attack us. God, I need trade, y'all. So badly. Will you pay me to trade? You will not. Can I pay you to trade? Absolutely. Absolutely, that's so good for us. Well, that helps a lot. I wish we could trade with the dwarves.
Greetings.
That would probably be a hefty payday, but look, our income just kind of righted itself a little bit. That's awesome.
Strategy beyond compare.
Okay, I think we're good to roll to the next turn.
Dragon shall wake. I tire of you already.
Tyrion. Our relationship is currently deteriorating. We might want to throw some influence his way. Thank you, sir. Bros for life and all that. Yeah, totally expected. No big deal. We're gonna fight this one. I don't like this this auto-resolve, this balance of power here. Very inaccurate. We've got three dragons. They've got Skaven slaves. They're just counting on warp lightning me to oblivion. So I don't know what kind of map they're gonna give me, but we're gonna put all of our units in the back, far away, and then we're gonna snipe out their lords with dragons and see how they like that. Might send up my mage with my two cav units. Just to kind of hold them back. You guys are absolute fodder. You'll stand in the front of my army. It's just, it doesn't matter. Really doesn't matter because I don't want to fight. Okay. You'll ride with the cav. And if I need you to intercept something that's getting too close, that's your job. And then now you join the dragon squad, buddy. You're way faster than them, but you should be able to hang. I gotta remember to give that badass sword to someone too. Someone's gotta have that sword. Alright. We're coming for that butt. Can't stop me. Yeah. How the balance of power was so skewed, I don't know.
The Knights of Caledor.
Okay, they got us in a howling warp gale.
Ready and able.
I can respect that. But you're gonna get crushed Get some of that.
By your command.
Pop that. Ah, he wasn't quite in the circle yet. That's okay.
Obeying orders.
We'll use some of that.
Dragon princess.
Alright, let's sweep him there.
Noble.
The worst thing is, we're just going to keep kind of knocking him over. 867 weapon strength with this popped. Armor piercing damage through the roof.
Noble born.
Are they good? They're good. Let's bring them over here. I want to have access to my my fire mage, but I don't want her. I want her to have a bit of an escort, so she's not in any danger. You're shattered, but you're not dead. There we go. I basically don't want to ever see you again. We're gonna send. Let's see. Let's keep our noble in his own group.
I am ready.
His job is gonna be to pick off that assassin,
Prince
and then we'll send all of our dragons here to do some breath attacks. They have missile units, but they're just Skaven slaves. They might have something else, I don't quite remember. Just like in Avengers, though, I have a Hulk.
Prince Imrik.
Do they have any real units? No? Okay, let's go deal with this before they, Okay, our range units have it.
Dragon princess.
Cyclone, hear me! Awaiting orders. Winds of magic rise! Nakoi Sario! Doing my duty.
And let's send Imrik in for the kill. Send you guys in to shut down the range.
Dragon princess. It shall be done.
Manlui, Orior, Manlui!
There we go, nice frontal charge. He's trying to cast something on me. We do want to get some kills, you know. I don't know if it's going to make it so that they're both dead. It might actually be nice if they come back and give us another turn worth of experience.
What duty?
Just fast forward for a moment. Alright, let's pop that, make sure he can't move. Pop that, make sure he can't move. Down he goes. So that stack is completely gone. Nice. Ha! That felt good. Great Eagle's 136 speed with Foe Seeker popped. Very good on them. And of course it gives them some vigor back too, which is great. But yeah, now might be a good time to just dump most of these units and start retrofitting. I want to get a bunch more Dragon Princes, considering they probably cost less than these Shadow Warriors, or around the same amount.
They must bow to Imrik. They are surely worth little.
Yeah, they still have a stack left. And we do have a rebellion here that we need to go deal with. Which is okay. We'll come north, kill him, come north. Make sure we take care of that before it grows into a real problem. Ooh, someone's trying to ambush me. Oh, our ambush has been foiled. Okay.
High Elven.
Oh, hell yeah. So, okay, we picked up a Luckstone. That's cool. We picked up all that. Alright, good. Check this out. Sun Dragon mode. engaged. If any hero has ever deserved it, it's her. She's done so much work for us this campaign. Truly the MVP. And now we've got 4 dragons in our party, and they're all great. Let's go finish this dude off.
Bring them death.
Clan Eshin is gone. Later, man.
Sacrifices to Caledor's glory.
And at this point, I need every bit of gold I can get.
Strategy.
And our power is solidified.
Onward for Caledor.
Okay. What do we upgrade? We've got to be pretty choosy. I'm gonna have to wait until I get back to this region before I start recruiting for him.
May look upon it.
Another level. Okay. We're gonna go for a stride the battlefield. It's gonna also, when I get those cav units, it's gonna give them increased rank. So let's get that now, preemptively. Make sure we have that when the time's right. I could also get... Let's give her the ward so she's a little bit more missile resistant. I like that. She's going to be a bit squishier. And I want to make sure I check out her weapons and stuff, because she's now a real fighter. She can do stuff for us. Let's get some armor. Having a fully armored, like, eagle is pretty rough
Pure magic.
for the AI to deal with.
Fury of the winds.
This is quite expensive as well. It's the beginning of a long-term investment to reconquer this land. Just get it done.
Caledor's champion, as it was meant to be.
Since we're not trading, this is really not that much more money. A dilemma will offer a powerful item. I do want a powerful item,
The dragon shall wake.
but I think I need to save all that. Yeah, last time she got this, which was huge. Okay. Well, that weapon is probably not going to go... It's probably going to go to her. And I don't hate it because it's going to give her a wind blast. We can also give her some physical resistance. Okay. What else do we have? This opal amulet is going to go on Imrik. We need to give that to him. And take off that fireball. The ruby ring is not... Is it the ruby ring? No, it's the pigeon plucker. There we go. Oh, no, that's right. I have to remove this. Okay. Got it. I have to give him something that's passive. I can't do that yet. Okay. That's what it was. So we were spotted during our ambush here. I would love to take the Griffin Gate, but I don't know. If Marathi's sitting here with like a full stack, we could be in a lot of trouble.
You must restore order.
Plus, this isn't even like a guaranteed win.
High Elven Archmage.
I mean, it's basically a guaranteed win. I've got 3 heroes and a caster. Let's move another 50%
The Archmage marches.
and give ourselves the opportunity to like duck out if we need to.
Now that you are here, I will hear you.
I just can't believe the game doesn't let us trade. I'm gonna take it.
Master Mage.
I'm hoping Marathi's not right here with a giant full stack. This is pretty brutal, actually. Now I'm less confident. I didn't realize it was going to be this many elite guys. We have the physical resistance on everyone. That's pretty huge. But they have towers and the high ground. We have healing and magic. But they have 2 Blackguards of Nagaron.
The winds of magic.
If I still had my full stack, it'd be 100%.
Not fear our lessers.
You know, let's quick
They
save.
will suffer the might of Safari.
Because maybe we lose and it's close and we try again. We learn some new strats. It's not every day you get to assault a gate. I probably only ever had to assault it maybe 2 or 3 times in all the time that I've played. I've defended them plenty of times. But having to, like, take them back once they've already been taken from me is pretty rare. Okay, we definitely just want to pick a side and hit it hard. This is not one of the tougher gate configurations, I think. I think there's multiple gate configurations, if I remember correctly. You know what? Maybe not. I thought there was one that had more, like, steepness to it. But I could just be misremembering. This one offers a bit of a cheesy reprieve from damage if we want to come here and just try and, like, shoot up here. And this is a pretty damn open courtyard for them to, like, wreck us from. Let's try here. Archers are going to have to carry us, probably. Spearmen in the front. We're going to use these. Pretty much all of them. They're going to go through the gate. Nah, we don't need that. They're going to go through the gate. Let's put our noble in the front. And our handmaid in the front here. They'll be the ones that take the tower damage at first. Alright, let's go in.
Understood.
Let's get in there.
It will be done. Acknowledged. Loyal.
You know what? No. Let's go this way. You guys go there.
Advance. Avalon needs me.
She's got a weird hang up because she's not in, like, melee mode.
Seal.
Shoot this unit to death, and this one as well.
My queen!
Let's see if she can get an angle.
Mage ready!
We're gonna pop a preemptive heal here.
I summon the winds!
Because they have their backs turned to us, they're not getting all of those bonuses from their shields. Their missile resistance is dog garbage.
Handmaiden of the
The handmaiden should be shooting down this line. She should get some great kills from that.
We will obey. Attack. Orders received. Move.
Let's get an angle here.
Orders received.
Come on, guys.
Yes.
Get in.
Understood.
Actually, you come climb the gate.
The winds blow!
Get more healing.
Maiden guard!
Yeah, let's get her up. Give her some high ground to shoot from.
Lacoy. It shall be done. To the fray.
Shoot them there.
Will be done. As you say. Battle call.
See if we can hit those witch elves.
Archers. Oreo.
That would be pretty clutch as well. I don't know where she's going.
Orders.
She's like bugging out on me right now.
Can I be praised?
Behold my power!
Awaken the wood there. Mostly just to trigger map-wide heals.
Witness true magic!
Why they're going up this way, I don't know. I told them to come up this way.
We will obey. Quickly now.
This is all working though.
Sinner. Without fail.
Turn off guard mode there. These witch elves are getting crushed. We'll take one of these guys to shoot the other dark shards.
Spearman. Acknowledge. As you say. For duty. Kill them.
Sister of Avalon!
Yeah, she's having a rough time. We could take off her fire at will mode.
Obey
If you hit alt, it'll force them to attack in melee. If you're curious what like the hot group or the actual buttons are for that.
Kill them. Your affair.
Okay, let's shoot these black guard.
Archers.
They made it up onto the walls, and if we don't take them down, we're gonna have a bad time.
Your affair.
I'll keep one archer there.
For all fire.
Okay, I don't want them to do this moving up nonsense.
Loyal. We away. Ancestors.
Shoot there.
Archers.
Are we through the gate yet? It looks like it. Go for another Awaken the Wood.
Observe my radiance.
A heal there is super crucial.
Unleashed.
Archers! For Assyrian!
Come on, man. Just shoot anything.
To battle!
It's almost impossible for us not to get value. There's so many good targets.
For Assyrian.
Alright, our rangers got chewed up.
Sail.
The most potent spells. Warrior maiden.
Alright, let's not get her. Let's actually pull back.
Supreme.
Together!
Without the rangers,
Onward!
they're just gonna get rampaged, and then I won't be able to use my my heals.
For honor!
Guardian of Avalon.
Nope, don't do that.
Weaver of the wind.
Get another good heal.
Behold my power.
Loyal
Anyone not shooting?
to the fray.
Understood!
Can you hit them?
Order!
That's nearly a full health stack of witch elves.
Following orders! We will obey! Without fail!
Let's get them in here and see if we can just shoot point blank into their faces.
Loyal servant.
Where are you? Oh my god. She hasn't listened to me this whole time. I don't know why I'm surprised.
Queen. True magic is mine.
For duty!
Okay, our Winds of Magic is looking pretty rough.
Have courage! Understood!
We've got some ammo left.
Advance.
Asa attack! Orders received!
We'll shoot them right in the face and see what happens.
Ready and able!
Master of sorcery.
They have no caster to use this on.
Witness true magic.
Kill them! Ancestors!
Handmaiden of Alaria.
We got up to 4. I need 6 to cast either one of these spells.
Pull back.
The cowards attack from afar! Loyal!
We're killing the Black Guard.
Archers!
These two are out of ammo. That means they need to join the melee fight.
March. Apace.
You're gonna come in. You're gonna keep doing what these guys are doing.
Fox.
What the hell ability was that?
Disciple of Hoeth.
Archers! Following orders!
Get up there.
For the king!
Utter. Withdraw.
Let's go.
Attack!
Guardian.
Pull back!
Stay true.
Jesus.
Time to go!
Unlimited power. The vortex.
I know what spell that was, but not a spell. But the
Archers.
defensive ability. I'm trying to remember what it's called. I used it in my Malice Darkblade campaign to get hundreds of kills.
For Assyrian! The king!
So now we've got Blackguard fighting. We need to push through.
Setting forth! Moving out!
Blackguard are now fighting archers.
Handmaiden of the
Pretty bad for us.
Assyrians fire.
Yeah, we knew she was going to get rampaged, but hopefully she's fine. We've got some
For order.
ammunition left.
Move!
We need to support her, though. She's going to get torn to pieces.
By Alariel!
Get some archers up there to help her.
Rage ready.
Whatever. Use the scroll.
Hack them!
I summon the wind.
We were doing great until that happened.
It will be done. Orior.
Quickly now!
No.
Swiftly! For duty!
These archers need to fight them while these archers shoot them in the back.
Death to all.
The winds flow through me.
We might get a heal now.
Loyal guardian. The most potent spells.
without fail. Noble.
Swiftly.
Go cut them up.
Ka-Sabar noble.
We've lost control of our caster, and we now have enough to actually heal or do damage.
The Ever Queen.
Asso, withdraw.
Okay, she's lost her backup.
Spearman.
Damn, that one cast killed so many of my men. And we were like, we had a nice, strong blob here of spearmen that I could still heal. Now, we can only heal
My radiance.
4 max units. Yeah, she needs to get down from here, or she's going to get,
Repositioning.
can she go down these ladders?
Slay them. Draw back. Our will is tested.
It is my goal.
Pull back.
I mean, we still have our noble
Direct me.
and our handmaiden. She's up to 120 kills.
Acknowledge. Noble.
She's rampaged again.
Handmaiden. Seeking safety.
Damn, I can't believe we lost this.
Archers. For the king.
Because that's about to be what happens.
Noble.
Asso, withdraw.
It was a risky attack.
Avalon. Lacoy.
We definitely needed more units.
Archers. Assyrian guides us. For Lothern. It will be done.
Dauntless. It is done.
Definitely need to rally around our noble.
Orders received.
Yeah, these witch elves just chew us up. Once we ran out of ammo, we were screwed. Our archers did great, though. I mean, they got hundreds of kills.
We are lost.
Archers, moving out. Noble lord.
Loyal servant.
I mean, she still has ammo.
Advancing. Avalon advances.
They just have too many elite infantry.
I have my orders.
She could sit here and shoot. Yeah, that's gonna be it. Fast forward all the way. Damn! Gates don't play. I mean, we knew it was gonna be tough. This one ranger not getting any value is pretty bad as well. We knew it was gonna be tough when we attacked. Just the troop quality is so much higher. And I think they might get leadership bonuses. Being in the gate.
Toward power. High Elven Archmage.
That was pretty brutal. Let's go home.
Full speed at you.
I could absolutely reload this,
Magic.
but I'm not going to. Fought multiple battles very far away from the capital. Cool. She gets perfect vigor and campaign movement range. Yeah, we're gonna let that go. It's basically like we deleted all of our units. That was rough.
This is the dark.
Do we have anything to give to you? I'm gonna give you the Opal Amulet and the Potion of Speed. Okay.
Disciple.
And from here we can recruit a better army
Defeat waits.
if we would like. It'd probably be smart to reload from the quick save, but I like having positive income for once. Makes the world feel a lot less scary to me. And it's tempting here to unlock the Shrine of Azurian to get the cultural advancements. Nah, I think we hold on. Okay. Let's roll one more turn.
You are privileged indeed to have the ear of Prince Imrik.
That was a rough fight. Instead of all that, how about you just give me 300 gold? Everybody wants to be bros with Imrik. But nobody wants to trade in their stuff. I think I got cooties. Alright, alright, alright. What's next? We got to deal with the rebellion, then come back with Imrik again. We really need to stabilize that area. We've got plenty of influence. I think we definitely need to use it this turn for something good.
Be ready for anything. Easy, friend. They will know.
Thank you for the auto-resolve.
Kill them. I cannot.
We'll take the money.
You may look upon me.
Okay. And now we're going to head all the way back to Darkhold. And we're going to dismiss a bunch of these units. Spearmen are going to be gone.
I find glory wherever I fight.
Silver Guard. Yeah. See you later, homie. All these ranged units gone. And there we go. We're going to stack money for the next couple turns while we recruit a fresh army for him. A stronger army. We could potentially have just given those units to that other army that we have up there. That might have been a good move. But I wanted to give them a kind of a unique stack. So I was on the fence about it. Let's go for a sword player. Our guy here, we can give you... Normally I'd be all over the increased trade. I think we should probably still get it.
Glory awaits.
Even now, it's probably still worth it. And we're going to hang out here for a couple turns. He's doing his thing. Flayed Rock is starting to stabilize.
It was never in doubt.
We can go for the Grand Repository, but that's going to take all my money.
Another triumph for the dragon.
No imminent rebellions here. 7 more turns until we can use that again. Let's go for influence. Let's keep Tyrion happy. They're all slightly unhappy with me, and I'm not sure why. Okay, we're good with him. And is that all the High Elves? I do believe. I want to keep some of our influence in case we need to recruit a hero or something like that. This should make it a lot easier for us to ask for things from them.
Defender, what would you ask of the Astra?
I'm just going to do a quick check to see if any of them are like in trouble. And I can tell that based on whether or not they would like to confederate with me.
Prince, do not expect pleasantries.
Alaria, welcome, brothers. What do you...
No dice. Okay.
Greetings.
Would probably be a good idea to make some sort of alliance with him. He is no doubt... Clan Moors is strength rank 1. He's only strength rank 4 right now. Where is Grimgor? 53. Okay, Grimgor's fallen on hard times. But when the Skaven, any Skaven faction is strength rank 1, you gotta be a little bit scared. That's dangerous times.
True magic.
Yeah, we're gonna go back home and chill.
I bring Azurian's fire.
Try and fix that public order a little bit. Replenish troops. Let's go for a stimulate growth. We desperately need walls here. I'm a little worried that we're still negative over here. But it's only because we don't have the money to upgrade to a theater. Alright, y'all, another turn. They dissolved our trade agreement? That's bad. That's going to put us back in the negative. I had a feeling I should have given them some influence. I don't know why everyone's insulting me. Our reliability is all the way back up to very high. Maybe I'm considered my strength rank might be high. I just lost a bunch of my armies and stuff, so I wouldn't have thought so. Ooh, they've got an admiral here. Admirals can attack the coast.
The most gifted.
Let's go back and talk to Kroq-Gar and see what's the deal. Oh, he lost land. He must have lost his port here to Haggrave. But you know what that tells me? Is that Malice is not in his homeland. And that might be just the opportunity we need to swoop in there.
Must restore order. Pride of Ulster. As you were, nothing stands in my way.
Can't wait till this is filled with ogres and evil dwarves. It's gonna be so cool. Okay, we're back here now. This is kind of when I wanted to start recruiting. I didn't expect to lose so much money from Kroq-Gar, though. I was hoping to pick up some Dragon Princes. And I was also going to probably put in the Pure Main Company. And just have a small front line of the White Lions. I also really wanted to recruit some Sisters of Avalorn, but I was going to get the Dragon Princes this turn. We're super broke. And there's so much other stuff we need to spend our money on. That's worth it. Yeah, money's going to be tight for a while here.
High Elven Archmage.
We don't really have a combat effective stack.
Onward for Caledor.
Let's bring... What's the best way to get here? Through Shattered Cove?
The dragons shall wake.
I'm pretty sure we can go in the water and just attack them at Dreadrock. Let's come back to our capital. Yeah, this kind of puts a damper on my plans. I feel like I need to perhaps get rid of some of this stack. I know that even with this, we could take all of these places because they're not very well fortified. But then Malice turns around and shows up with a 20 stack full of, you know, whatever. And we get crushed. So we don't really want to do that. I could stop a lot of the buildings that I have going. Like, I don't need this right now. I also don't need the Grand Repository, which is the thing that's actually sinking me.
Strategy beyond compare.
Because I don't think I'm going to put any Swordmasters in here. Like I said, I'd kind of prefer to keep it sort of thematic. Yeah, we're going to do that. Let's upgrade this. We'll get all the small buildings.
We are ill at ease.
Anything infrastructure-wise we'll get.
The people are restive.
You know what? I need to destroy this. This could have been one of these the whole time, making us money. I don't want to recruit stacks from this place.
Master of Magic.
It's just not necessary. Let's do maybe 1 or 2 more turns. Also, it would be interesting to see how much longer we have until we have the opportunity to get another dragon. Grimgor started a Wa, and it's headed toward Carreg Orud. Alright. So more influence for us. Some technology done. The only one we have access to right now is this. Great weapons. So we should probably just keep doing these, whichever ones we think we could actually benefit from, like the upkeep reduction there. We'll go for that. We really want to get in these later tiers so we can upgrade our more powerful units. Just going to quickly skim this to see. This is 10 armor for our White Lions and for our Dragon Princes would be nice. And then through here, these are Sisters of Avalorn. It's going to be a hot minute before we get that. Yeah, this is more upkeep reduction. And this is armor melee defense for our dragons. I mean, there's tons of stuff, but we have to spend a fortune to get there. Yeah, the single worst thing about this campaign is that we can't trade. Everything else is okay. We're going to be able to upgrade this next turn, but that's going to cost quite a bit. This is going to be upgradable in 2 turns, but once again, that's going to cost quite a bit.
High Elven Archmage.
Okay.
Be ready for anything.
Come down here.
May enter.
And we are going to recruit Dragon Princes. 4 Dragon Princes, to be exact. And that is definitely the beginning of what I want to do here. 6 Dragon Princes. We're going to get the Pure Main Company and 1 more White Lion. And then some Sisters of Avalorn. As many as I can afford. How much do they cost in upkeep? They are 193. Damn, they're expensive. Yeah, let's just get the Cav for right now. And Lothern has taken that gate.
Sons of Ulthuan, what brings you here?
Very cool. Not gonna mess with any of that. Let's roll another turn.
I bring Azurian.
Right now, I'm just trying to get Imrik's
You are privileged
combat
indeed
capability
to
back
have the
up
Prince.
so we can go and take those islands and start generating more money that way. I'm not going to help you in this war, but I will let you pay me 300 gold. And I totally forgot to check how many turns until the dragon appears next. That could also give us a way to generate some money and make some moves. The stack here is costing me quite a bit, but I don't think it's wise to give it up. Okay, that's a great follower. Disciple of the Phoenix. Be at war with them? That's exactly what I'm going to do. Did we gain multiples of these? Because increasing our research rate...
Chained by the White Tower.
Let's see. Followers are weird, y'all. And it actually, a lot of times it doesn't even work this way. Like when you scroll through, it doesn't bring you to the right characters. Sometimes it'll bring you, it'll skip over like nobles and stuff. Okay, I think we're good here. She picked up a level. Metal shifting is a good one to get. Instead, let's just go down the blue line. I need upkeep reduction on everyone. That'll help me out a lot. She could go to Flayed Rock
Do not tarry.
and try and defend that. This place isn't going to have a rebellion for a long time.
I will study here.
Let's see. She can help us to cleanse corruption.
Imrik.
Still have 2 turns for that. Man, and as soon as we're successful with that, we're going to get hit with a pretty big income decrease as well. Did Krokgar take back his port yet? He did not.
High Elven.
Alright. Another good thing to do with a stack like this is to go into the sea and try and find stuff, but there's an admiral right here who will snipe me. And the closest thing to me is here. Got that as well.
You must restore order.
Okay. Let's get the exotic animal tamer. It really doesn't do much of anything. And let's roll another turn. We need money so badly. We're going to beg for money next turn. And we've got 8 turns until a dragon shows up. And it looks like Lothern is taking the fight to the enemy. They must have cleared out all of Marathi's stuff in the interior here. Must be nice making thousands of extra gold a turn from your sick trade empire. Wish I had that.
Master of magic.
Okay, I don't know what you're doing here, but that's cool. Would love to upgrade that.
Trained by the...
But we gotta spend money right now to make money. That's kind of the whole deal.
You may look upon me.
Can I not get into the water? Yeah. We're gonna definitely go through the water when it's time to attack.
This is my destiny.
Come here. Okay, what can I afford? I cannot even afford 2 of those. Okay. Well, it's time to beg for money.
We are ill at ease.
Shaper of fates.
You are going to come and stabilize this area for me. And I probably don't need...
Scholar supreme. Magic
4
in
of them.
purest form.
In fact, I probably don't need one of these guys also. I'm trying to be stingy, y'all. I'm trying.
High Elven Archmage.
We're going to get rid of you.
Azurian's fire.
And you're just going to babysit this land.
Fortress of magic.
And now we beg.
Defender of the... I will receive your petition in the name of the Phoenix King.
We might be able to get as much as 600 out of some of them.
I cannot do this.
Not one, do not look for me in the light. I learn. There is no victory.
Alari, you have my undivided
We haven't
attention.
asked for the dwarves to give us anything in a while.
It is forbidden.
There's a good chance they'll give us,
The time
like, a
is
lot.
now.
My life will not expect pleasantries.
You're our buddy.
The defense of Ivres is all that matters.
Yeah, he's not going to give us anything.
Ulf-One, I am the heir of Anarion, and I bid you welcome. No.
Okay. That was not as lucrative as I was hoping it would be.
All here are honored dwarfkin. I suppose.
They gave me 1,300. Bless you, dwarves. That's enough for us to get 3 Sisters of Avalorn now. Thank you, Croc. I knew you would come through. Okay. Now's a good time to see about...
Dragon shall wake.
public order. Okay, so let me plan this a bit better. So, I know I want to get... Let's do this. Let's get a unit of White Lions. I'm going to get the Pure Main Company in here. As well. So that's my front line. 3 White Lions. That puts me up to 16. That gives me 4 slots left. So this will be 17, probably 18, 19. And then a room for another dragon or for the Keepers of the Flame. Try and keep a little bit of space. I think that's fine.
This place could use a volcano.
This place could use a volcano, he said. Ha! That's the first time I've heard that line. That's a good one. Okay, thank you, blessed dwarves.
Son of the Phoenix.
For once not having incredible amounts of greed and screwing me. And we're going to look to spend some of our influence again. Recruitment cost minus 5%. Spent multiple turns recruiting. Redhorn tribe is destroyed. I'm happy about that because I think they started in our territory, which is why we have, knowledge of them. So having one less Chaos faction that we know kind of like knows where we live feels pretty good.
Crown Prince.
Alright. And then next turn we're going to recruit. We're going to recruit the Pure Main Company. Okay.
Too green by far.
I will study here.
Yeah, just no money for anything.
I long for an open sky.
But we're gonna come. We're coming for that butt, Malice. And probably in the next episode, we are gonna conquer. Ooh, they're about to have a nasty battle. We are gonna conquer the Dragon Isles in the next episode, guys. Pretty much guaranteed. And all that gold is gonna generate money, so that way we can upgrade our capital and stuff. It's all gonna be good. Let us roll again. At this point, it's become kind of crucial that we actually check to see whether or not, like, Krotgar has got his location back once a turn. And dudes like Tyrion, we have to keep them happy. I don't know why our relations are souring so, like, terribly. And Thorgrim, I would like to hook him up, but we probably just need to fight more dwarves. Or more, no, definitely don't fight more dwarves. We need to fight more, more greenskins, and that'll probably help us to get back in his good graces. You're still good. We're considered a great power. That's really what's screwing us. Let's see what he says. Yeah, just the whole great power thing. It's probably worth it. There's a world where we might end up being able to confederate
I bid you welcome, traveler.
some of these guys one of these days.
Queen of I am the bright flower of...
And we probably just need to go ahead. All the high elves.
If what you seek is for the greater good.
Okay, so this is my last closing thoughts. The reason why I don't make tons of alliances with the elves is, first off, they'll drag you into wars, which doesn't usually matter if you're safe on the island. You know, unless there's a lot of enemies in your immediate vicinity, them dragging you into wars isn't really that big of a deal. What can be a big deal is that some of the high elves actually hate each other, and they have all these like weird traits where, let's see, these are all Guardian Diplomatics. So all the Guardian Diplomatics have survived.
Tyrion.
That's great. But there are high elves that will turn on other high elves and force you into high elf versus high elf wars, which then kind of like tear you to pieces. We don't want that. Oh, the Sword of Cain is just chilling right there. We don't want that. But these guys are all cooperative right now. They're all working together.
Guardian of the Phoenix Crown.
So we probably could make some defensive alliances.
If you wish.
And it's safe to do that.
Everqueen, welcome to the court of the Everqueen.
And what this is going to do, in addition to increasing our reputation with them...
No.
Sure.
I will use my...
In addition to that, it'll also make it so that it'll increase our own power. And if the time comes to confederate, we'll be in a better position to do that.
As you say.
Alright. I normally don't like to do that, but we're going to do it.
Greetings.
And then I would probably consider doing it with Thorgrim. I think he's a good choice for it as well.
High Mage.
Alright. What's our public order looking like there? Kind of rough. I'm going to spin this here. We might cancel this next turn, depending on what I need to recruit my last couple units. I'm not going to fill this stack up, because we don't need to and we don't have the money. I think we can beat everything here plus Malice with just the stack that we have. And it's cool to get the Pure Main Company. What they do is they have a Guardian aura, and if we ever need to fight on the ground next to them to protect Imrik, we can do that. It's much better for lords that fight on foot to have them, because you can just stick them in the middle there and they'll act as a great bodyguard unit. But obviously Imrik flies around so much. Nice. She is the law. Fixing my public order for me. You can go hang out here. Put our public order to neutral. And then here, before we leave these lands, I'm going to get the Pure Main Company. We're going to cancel that.
Caledor wakes.
And I'm going to be super greedy. I want this unit. Pretty bad. And there we go. That's my greed for today.
As you were.
Next turn, we're going to get a 500 gold bonus because we're going to start war with these dudes. We still have 3 turns to complete it, but we're going to attack them next turn. Hit them by surprise.
But to cross this ocean atop a
They have such a weak garrison. They didn't put any thought into their defenses. But we're about to start making a hell of a lot of money. We might sack this first, then come and do this mysterious island, or vice versa. We might do this first, then do the siege. So here's how my formations are going to look now. Small front line, small archer corps. The Rahagra's Pride is going to be like a sweeper unit for the back. They're going to protect these guys from being flanked. And I'm going to be very mobile with my cav from now on. And if we do a siege, you know, this group is going to take one portion of the wall. They're going to take, you know, one gate, and they're going to take another gate. And then we're going to use our flyers to go over the top. But you got to have some ground units. You got to have like a small core. And this is the most elite units we could field now. In this army, they're beastly. They've got 105 armor. Their stats are great. They're going to do really well. And we've got 10 turns of bonus physical resistance to work with.
The people are rested.
Okay, so we know we're going to attack them next turn. So what we can do is try and get them to pay us to do it. So check this out. Instead of attacking them for free, they'll pay us to join their war. We get Dark Elf Conflict finished. And boom, just like that, we made some extra cash. Love it.
Warrior supreme.
Alright guys, I think that's going to be it today. We put ourselves in a great position to do lots and lots of nonsense. This is terrible. We need our allies to defend us. We need to give them this war coordination target. There we go. For some reason it wasn't letting me target her very easily.
Prince Eltharion.
This is kind of a cool thing you can do when you're defensive partners with everyone. Because if they don't attack her and they just let her run around, there's a good chance she comes here and tries to take Tor Enrock from me.
Do not order me.
I can't hold it against this. Not without an army. It's probably smart to give her a small contingent to sit here with. Because we're going to start making money next turn. The big problem is just that we don't have walls. Do I trust them to defend me, or do I think I'm going to become under immediate attack? Alistair's not going to protect me.
Pure magic.
Yeah, he's not going to protect me at all.
Wise indeed.
Hopefully they're all coming with their stacks to come and protect me. Damn. Alright guys. I'm Brett. My channel is Goodtalk Gaming. And as always, y'all, I will see you in the next one. Take care, guys.